going on that got in the way of you guys' rhythm in this game?
Me. I played like a freshman today. Trying to force things, not taking what the defense gives me. Trying to do too much, trying to make plays in unnecessary situations where I just needed to, trust my guys, trust Coach Bell, trust the offense, and just get the ball to those guys and just let them make plays.
Eli, was that because of the magnitude of this game? You're looking at 6-0. If you win, why do you think you had the bad game?
That's a great defense we played right there. I mean, they played every coverage in the book. They gave me different looks. It was hard to really tell like what they were playing in certain situations. Like I said, it's a great defense over there. I mean, they're one of the top defenses in the country for a reason. I got to play better. Obviously, got to do the little things right. When we play good defenses like that, and I do the little things right, that's when we're going to win games.
They were like in positions that you guys maybe weren't exactly prepared to see them doing. It seemed like a lot of times you guys were setting up like the play action slants over the middle, and they had like a guy dropping back and tipping the ball to stop that. It seemed like they were on a lot of different things that you guys were doing.
No, they didn't do anything special, but like I said, they just ran everything. It's hard to tell, a tendency on when they're going to run a certain coverage versus a certain look, anything like that. But, like I said, I just got to, read the safeties, see what they're doing, and just make the right decision.
They ran some coverage you weren't used to, hadn't seen on video?
A couple of times they ran some different coverages, but it's stuff that I have seen. But like I said, they went through the roulette. I mean, they did everything. It's hard to tell when they were going to run a certain coverage, and I just got to, react to that, post and pre-snap, see what they're doing, and make a decision off of that.
Eli, how do you approach growing from this one?
Watch film. You're definitely going to watch a lot of film, learn from my mistakes, learn, just what I need to do differently. How do I, attack a game week? How do I attack, every drive, just going out there and doing the little things right.
Eli, what was that plan? What was the plan on that 4th and 1 at the 28, whatever, in the second quarter? It looked like you were trying to just get them to jump off sides and then you switched, but was the play to run that? What you guys ended up doing?
Yeah, we executed perfectly. We're trying to get them to jump off sides, and then we wanted to motion fast to another look and get the ball into Des Reid's hand and let him go make a play.
Was that part of the design before the play? Like it seemed like you guys ran a strong side to the wide side of the formation, then flipped the strong side to the short side of the field, and then you gave Des basically a one-on-one on the wide side of the field, and then he just took off.
Yeah, that was exactly what Coach Bell called. He made a great call right there. He kind of just drew that up on the sideline. He just came off the top of his head and like, hey, we're going to do this, and it worked, and that's why he's one of the best OCs in the country.
Eli, after both of your picks today, the defense forced a 3 and out. What can you say about their performance today?
They had a great night. I think our team needed to win like this. With as bad as I play, we still, pulled out a win, and I think that's going to help us, get wins against good teams. But when your defense plays like this, and you got faith, that hey, even if we're not clicking, they're clicking and they're going to get us the ball back, get us stops, and they're going to help us win the game.
Jimmy, I think you guys hadn't had the pass rush get too active in a lot of games. What got clicking for you guys to make it happen in this one?
Honestly, it was just, it's always the same mindset going in every game. We got to get active, but this game we definitely put a bigger emphasis on studying their own line, and based off the film, we knew we can get after them, and I think that's exactly what we did.
Jimmy, you were without Rasheem today. What can you say about how Braylan played?
Braylan played his butt off, honestly. I think he had 2 sacks as well. But, it's just the next man up mentality, and, Braylan had a great game.
Have you got some things in film study that helped you in your pass rush?
Yeah, definitely. I won't say too much, but, dudes kind of hit it on it during the week, just doing the extra stuff. And, last week I felt like I left some plays on the field versus UNC, and I just made sure, that didn't happen again.
Jimmy, was there any talk on the defensive side of like, hey, we got to pick up the offense. This is our game. We need to win.
Yeah, we were just talking about it in there, and after the game. Certain games they carried us, and this game I think we kind of carried them a little bit. So we're kind of just both leaning on each other, and that's how we win football games.
How much of a pickup is it to have Sean Fitzsimmons back in the lineup and you're returning from injury?
Yeah, it's great having Fitz back, honestly. We don't have like the best numbers at D-tackle right now, but with him coming back definitely helped a lot.
What's kind of changes in your mindset when the game is on the line? I think this is the 4th time this year that you guys have effectively ended the game. What's kind of your mindset whenever it's like, okay, 50 seconds left, we need 1 stop?
Yeah, that's the mindset right there. We got to get off the field and win the game. I think that's really it. Just getting off the field, somebody stepping up, making a play.
They started out chippy, their offensive line.
Yeah.
They were late hitting you guys, trying to get you into some fist fights. Were you expecting that from them?
Not really. I think there was a holding early on in the game, kind of caught me off guard, but they were definitely, doing a lot after the play, and I just told the guys, man, we just got to stay disciplined.
Do you think this says a lot about the team? This wasn't a high-scoring game. It was a defense, kind of not an ugly win, but a hard-fought, close.
Yeah, it definitely says a lot about the team, honestly, just because, we didn't really expect much coming into it, but, it was a dogfight at the end, and, the best team came out victorious.
Seems like everyone on that defensive line, with the rotation you guys do, seems like everyone can get after. What does it mean to just be a part of a group that just gets after regardless of who's on the field?
Yeah, it's kind of just like this unselfish mentality. We rotate a lot. We play a lot of guys. Just knowing that everybody's going to get their play and, have their games. So I think today was mine, and, next week it might be somebody else. You know what I mean? But it's really just an unselfish mentality.
I know you're in the defensive front, but it seemed like you guys called some adjustments, especially in the second half. So early on, you guys were sending blitzes, and they were hitting you guys behind those blitzes. But then in the second half, you were sending those blitzes, and they weren't able to hit those quick passes anymore. What were those adjustments? What did you guys do to say, hey, we can't allow that to happen?
I think it was just a secondary. I was telling the guys in the locker room, like, you guys take away that first read, we're going to get to them. So I think that's, the best way to sum it up right there.
When's the last time you had 3 sacks in the game?
It was my senior year of high school, I think versus Cathedral Prep.
Jimmy, I know it's just minutes after the game. What's reaction in there to being 6-0?
It's great, honestly. I haven't been 6-0 in my whole football career, but this doesn't really mean anything. I know we're gonna be really high going into the bye week, but we got Cuse in 2 weeks, and just gonna get ready for that.
You guys celebrated pretty good after the North Carolina game. Was it celebration maybe a little more subdued in there tonight?
Yeah, definitely, just because we're at home, honestly. The road wins mean a lot too, but it's nothing like going out and getting a W, in front of the Panther Pit.
By Eli, that Cade drew up your touchdown run on the sideline. Walk us through just him calling that and what's going through your mind as you guys are setting it up.
I mean, I'm not gonna say exactly what was said in there, but he said, we just gonna start out. We're gonna try to get him to jump off sides, and then we gonna run this play. And I was just trying to get the first down. The plan wasn't even to score. We were just trying to get the first down. I seen the hole open up like that. I was like, yeah, and I just hit it, and it was on from there.
Do you think your team needed something like this where the defense kind of carried you guys for a change?
Oh yeah. I mean, every game not gonna be good. As an offense, we're not gonna do what we want to do every game. But the defense came in clutch, and that was something we've been looking for the whole since the season started. And they did their thing today, and they the reason. I say they the reason we won. They fought. They got stops, so they did what they were supposed to do.
Now, Des, you came off of a week of being ACC Receiver of the Week. How did it feel to get back into the run game and get that big touchdown today?
I mean, I was, even though I wasn't receiver of the week, I'm like, man, I'm a running back. I'm trying to run the ball, But I mean, I was happy I won that, but I'm happy that we kind of established the run game today. So we just got to keep going from there.
You guys struggled on third down today. What was getting in the way of you guys' rhythm? Just the fewest points you guys have scored all season.
We just wasn't, I don't know. The focus wasn't there. We just wasn't locked in as an offense. We'll do better with that. That won't happen again.
Desmond, how do you change that around? How do you make sure you get locked in going forward?
It starts with practice. I say that. So we just got to work hard, practice every week, every day, and it's gonna go from now. We'll be good.
Think the practice might be a little tougher next couple weeks?
Say that again?
Practice might be a little tougher the next couple weeks?
Oh yeah. I mean, we got a bye week coming up, but I mean, we got to get rolling. We got Syracuse on Thursday. We undefeated, but we got a lot of work to do.
Is Eli a vocal leader during the game, or is he just quiet and go about his business? Is he a rah-rah type quarterback?
Yeah, Eli, he's not really a vocal leader. He basically lead by example, We basically kind of feed off his energy. He one of them players that he'll say let's go and all that, but he's not really one of them ones that just talk a lot. We just go off his energy, and we see the energy. He play hard, and we feel off that.
When things weren't going well for him out there today, which they didn't, how did he respond in the huddle?
I mean, he was calm the whole game. He messed up a couple times, but he was calm the whole game, and that's one thing you like as a quarterback. Even though you're not doing what you want to do, but he was still calm. He wasn't angry or nothing, and we just got to do better though as an offense. I wouldn't blame it just on him. We just got to do better as an offense. Period.
He seems like a guy that is willing to accept blame. What does that mean amongst teammates when he kind of puts it on himself?
Yeah, Eli's a leader. I mean, he's been doing that since he came here. And that's a great thing as a quarterback. Even when he doesn't mess up, he still take blame. So I love that for him. We just got to keep going from now.
What confidence does it give you as an offense when the defense came out after Eli's 2 picks and both times they had a 3 and out?
The way the defense played today, if they keep playing like that and we play how we supposed to play, I think we're going to be a dangerous team. So we just got to keep playing hard and, they're going from there.
Describe your reaction when you see the field goal miss.
Oh, I was excited. I was nervous. I'm a nervous guy. I began nervous in them times like that when the defense on the field. I was so happy when he missed that field goal. And, that's all I can say. I was just excited.
Different not having the game in your hand. I mean, so many times the offense has closed out games for you guys this season. Did it feel different being like having to watch the end, being like I'm not in control of this moment?
Yeah, that's why I was real excited, and real nervous, because usually we always had that last drive where we got to finish. Defense was up and they finished and caused them to miss the field goal, and that was good. That was big right there.
A lot of coaches wouldn't go for 4th down from their own 28-yard line. How does it feel to have a coach that much confidence in his offense?
That just tell you all about K-Bell right there. He's very aggressive. He believes in us, and we believe in him. And that's just all it is right there.
Go. A lot of coaches, head coaches would just punt, right?
Oh, yeah. Coach Dewis, him and Cade, he always tell us before the game, we're going to go for it on 4th down. So, that'd be the mindset going into the game. So, yeah.
You guys are 6-0 for the first time since 1982. But is there still a mentality that you guys have to prove yourselves each and every week? Like, what's the conversations?
Oh, yeah. I feel like we always going to have to prove people wrong. Even the ACC, we not even number 1 in the ACC. So we still got a lot of stuff to work on. We still got to prove a lot of people wrong. And we going to prove people wrong.
You guys won by 2 points today. You needed a 58-yard field goal to take that lead. How ridiculous is Ben Sauls?
Shoot, that was crazy right there. I don't think I ever seen a college kicker make that. That just shows a lot. He's a dog too. He be ready to go out there and make something happen. He is a big reason why we won this game.
Braylan, you got that first sack at the end of the second half, and it seems you guys started to feed off of that. What changed for you guys as the game went along to let you guys get home a lot more?
We just knew they was going to play tempo. We knew we had to get to the ball, and as soon as we got to the ball, do a quick celebration and get back because they're trying to get on the ball and out-tempo us.
You made a tackle on the last conversion play. Would you see that coming? Is that something you had seen on film, or was that something they just threw at you?
Yes, sir. We knew number 7 like to run. When he's in, they like to run the ball. So I knew when I seen all this, motion going out, I figured they was going to come back with the draw, so I seen it all.
Braylan, you guys have been getting pressure, but you hadn't finished it. What allowed you guys to finish those sacks?
I think really just taking that extra step. We've been emphasizing all week taking that extra step. That's why we've been missing, a couple times. But taking that extra step and really putting our hips into it and make sure we get the sack.
The sacks, 11 tackles for loss as well. You guys pretty much took away the run game. Just how are you able to be so effective in the trenches?
That's what we are. Pitt defense. We like to get downhill. We play with a little bit of edge, so we get downhill. We trying to get them behind the. You get paid to get TFLs, basically, and that's our goal every time.
In the first half, you guys kept forcing 3rd and longs, but they kept throwing right behind you guys as blitzes and getting big plays to convert. But then in the second half, you guys kind of took that away. When you guys were sending the blitzes, they didn't have those answers. What was the adjustment that you guys made to say, hey, we can't allow these passes to happen?
Really just if you're in coverage, protecting the middle of the field. That's what they wanted a lot of the times. As outside backers, we were more so trying to jump some on the outside instead of trying to sit in the inside and sit in the curl.
The offense has been a lot of the story this season, obviously. Do you feel like you guys needed a game like this where the defense kind of picks the offense up?
No, I feel like, we always, each offense and defense, we always match each other every game. That's why we're 6-0. We work together instead of, a competition each time.
So you've had a couple games this year where the game is in the defense's hands. I think West Virginia, you got an interception, and today you got a stop on 4th down. What's it mean whenever the game's on the line and you guys know, this is it, we have to make a stop?
I just feel like we're always built for situations like that. We like when the game's in our hands. We like the pressure. That's what pressure makes diamonds.
It's like being part of the Sharks. You guys have been making waves on campus and everywhere. Just signings, and then like Kyle and Brandon and Rasheed this season?
The blood's in the water. That's all it is. Blood's in the water. You know, Sharks, we go hunt. You know, all three of them, those are great linebackers. You know, I feel like we got the best linebacker core, in the nation. And I feel like we're going to keep doing that the rest of the season.
Braylan, you guys were on the field for 77 plays in this game. How much of being prepared to that you guys feel are different this year because you're going up against K's offense and you're always practicing against a team that forces you to play that fast?
It definitely helps a lot. You know, with spring and camp, we were going against tempo the whole time. You know, it's a lot different offense from last year. You know, where it was a lot slow pace. You know, so this year I feel like we're always prepared for tempo because we went against it every day. You know, for almost a year.
I think whenever you committed, I think you told me like you used to come to Pitt games whenever you were younger. What's it kind of mean to be on the first 6-0 team in your lifetime, playing for your hometown?
I mean, it's definitely big. You know, like you said, I've been coming to Pitt games since I was young. I've always, been wanting to come here, been wanting to put on the script. So it's definitely big. You know, I know all my family, they're big Pitt people, and I know they're smiling, and all that.
What a ball game. Heck of a ball game you guys got to watch and enjoy. Want to start off just thanking the crowd. I thought the crowd was loud, especially in that fourth quarter. The Panther Pit was outstanding. I think they caused a illegal procedure on Cal. I think maybe the second to last drive, but they did an outstanding job. Proud of our team. They just find ways to win football games. Obviously, the offense didn't play great today, but the defense played lights out, and that's what you want to have. I know you guys have been asking for some sacks, so we got some today for you. Jimmy Scott had a heck of a day. Lovelace, just finding ways. And again, our defense is out there in a 2-minute situation. Wish we would have ended the game in a 4-minute situation. He had a fumbled, kind of a bad snap as well. So if it happened today for us offensively, it just, sometimes when it rains, it pours. But we'll learn from our mistakes on offense today. And again, it's just great to maybe not play well on offense and find a way to get a win. So defense played lights out. Questions?
Top Ed, you talked about earlier this year about how you guys are one of the best at adjustments in this game. Braylan talked about how in the first half you guys were getting hit behind your blitz, and he said you guys said we got to cover the middle part of the field. What was the adjustments you guys made to counter how Cal was attacking you guys, especially in third and longs?
Yeah, we did a poor job on third down. Period. The whole first half was awful. Regardless of what the coverage was, they made plays we didn't execute properly. Regardless of the coverage, but that iPad's a powerful tool. I don't have to tell you guys. I'm wait till I see the film. I get to see it during the game. Unfortunately, it seemed like every time the defense came off the field, we had no 3-minute timeout and had to not look at it and wait for our time. But we just didn't execute on third down. We get them in third long situations, and we got to get off the field. So that was the disappointing thing on defense. But we got better as the game went on. We we put Javon McIntyre in at the star position. I don't know if you guys noticed that. We just felt like we needed a little bit of maturity there. We got to get better. We got, there's great thing is you got to win, and we got a lot of things we can whine and get after our guys about as far as just cleaning up some of the details. I mean, we left the tight end just flat, in the third quarter, right down the middle, wide open because, a guy blitzes instead of plays coverage. Like, that's a problem. But to be able to come away with the win and make mistakes like that, it's a great thing.
A young quarterback came in here, accepted responsibility for his performance, didn't make excuses, said Cal threw a lot of different defensive formations at him. How important is that maturity for him to come in here and man up and said, if I watch tape, I can get better every week?
Right. I mean, I think it's good. I mean, Eli's he's a man. He gets it, and he's going to get credit when things are going great, and he's going to get bashed when they don't. But we knew that coming in. We knew that coming in. He had stuff wide open and he needs to throw it and not try to be the hero all the time. They did throw a lot of different stuff at him, especially with the tempo. They did a nice job. So again, he will learn from it. That's a great thing, and we'll continue to go. Jerry.
Thank you. First play of the second quarter. How quickly did you come to the conclusion you're going to go for it on fourth down from the 28, and you had the whole span between the first and second quarter to change your mind?
Yeah, never second guess ourselves. We got faith in our offense, and we were 2 for 2, I think, on fourth down. Those are two critical plays. I mean, 4th and 5, we converted it, and for a TD, Dez goes, and then 4th and 1. No, 4th and 1 was Dez's. But that was a TD drive on the 4th and 5. But those are calls we got to make as a head coach. You guys yell at me if we don't get it. But we were 2 for 2. I think they were maybe 0 for 1. Our defense continues to be good on 4th down, and again, we tell our guys, we're gonna go for it on 4th when the time is right, and got a lot of faith in our offense converting.
What can you say about how Braylan Lovelace stepped up today?
Braylan, Biles was out. Biles probably could have gone. He was begging, matter of fact, whining, complaining, almost, too aggressively. And again, you got to love that. He wants to play bad, but the trainers held him out, just want to be safe and smart. So he'll be ready to go. But I'm fired up for the Lovelace. Braylan needed that. He's played good, but he hadn't played great. But he needed, he got 2 sacks today. He played the whole darn game pretty much. I think we put Jeremiah Marshall in there, a true freshman, for a few plays. But Lovelace, took the brunt, and I'm happy for Braylan. He's a great kid and a great football player. He needed that for his confidence.
You were down 2 starting linemen like almost right away in this game. I mean, do you think that kind of affected the offense?
It had a little bit of a factor. There's no question about it. I think Coach Bell kind of maybe got a little bit conservative. Was just worried how we'd hold up over on that left side. But you live and learn, and we'll watch the videotape and see what happened. But we couldn't run the ball. We were running the ball pretty good early. Then we lost those 2 guys. We lost a little bit of what those are 2. Jacoby and Branson are 2 really good football players on the left side. So that hurt us a little bit. But I'm not going to make excuses. Those next guy up, they got to go make plays, and we'll move on from there.
Side, Sean Fitzsimmons made a lot of plays for you. It seemed like he made a big difference for you guys up front. Well, how has he energized your defensive front? It seemed like you guys were able, after that first drive, you guys really took away the run.
Yeah, I mean, Fitzy's been good 2 weeks in a row. We thought he was a starter coming in, and he missed a lot of games, but he is back. Nick James was back too. We'll see the video to see what it was like inside. But our guys played well. I mean, Ghost made some plays when he was out there. I mean, it's good to have Fitzy back. I guarantee you that.
You mentioned the sacks. What got you from the pressures you had been having to finishing with sacks?
It's a lot of different things, but sometimes it comes down to coverage, number one. And again, if they're going to drop back and throw it, I mean, I think you get 0 sacks against Youngstown State, you think you got to get 14 of them, right? But if they're throwing the ball real quick and just they're scared to death to get a sack and they're throwing it out, I mean, I think going into this game, again, I think it was 27% screens on 3rd down. Well, when they're running screens, you're not going to get sacks, and it gets frustrating but when you get into the ACC play, as you guys know from the past, is when we start to get our sacks because they got confidence in their protection and they got confidence in the receivers and quarterbacks. So I think that's what it comes down to is the opportunities, in a drop back compared to screens and 3-step, just trying to get the ball out and making sure they don't take negative plays.
Pat, it's one thing to trust your kicker. It seems like another thing entirely to send him out there for a 58-yarder. Just what can you say about Ben Sauls hitting that one today? Just what gives you so much faith in him?
Yeah, I guess he tied Kessman for the longest. He came up to me before and said, can we get a delayed game so I can get the record? I was just like, he didn't say that. I thought he was gonna. I knew, I was like, he's gonna want a delayed game. Like we're not going there. But he's got a great leg. I mean, he's been automatic. And again, there's no there was no hesitation on that call either, Jerry.
What went into the struggles that you saw for Eli today as far as seeing the field? It seemed like Cal was on a lot of things you guys tried to do, especially like the play action setups for slants over the middle. It seemed like they had either a defensive lineman or a linebacker right in those spots at the right times to bat some of them down.
I mean, Justin Wilcox is he's a defensive guru. That's why he's got the head job at Cal and been there 8 seasons. He does a nice job, and you find out. That's the problem when you play these teams just once. You don't know how they're going to play, what they're going to do, and that's why I always like that coastal division. Because you get used to playing people and find out. But obviously, the next time we get to play them, we'll know a little bit more about how they're going to try to defend you, and that's part of the chess match out there.
I found out earlier this week about how it's important for teams to win in multiple ways. You guys have come back. You guys have earned come from behind victories, but you hold on tonight's the win. Just what does a win like this kind of do for the team moving forward?
It's great. The offense is in there kind of going, hey, great job defense. And, and then there's, on the other hand, there's those games where it's like, great job offense. So it's we're going to find a way. Our guys stick together in there, and they know there's guys on the field are going to make plays. I mean, that blocked field goal, there was a lot of, we talk about a field goal formation. At the end of that field goal formation, we don't want it to look like a field goal formation. And I think our guys gave great effort inside and frazzled that kicker a little bit, I think. So I don't know if we got a hand on it or not. I saw Chief Borders coming out talking about like tip or something like that. I'm not sure or not, but they felt like they had an effect.
Matt, you're 6-0, and do you feel like you've played a complete game yet, though?
Probably not. I don't know if there ever has been a complete game. I mean, I wish, we would strive for perfection and we'll take excellence, but it's never going to be perfect. I mean, this is, there's too many guys on scholarship out there, and it's never going to be perfect. That's why you just got to play one play at a time, not look at the scoreboard, and just try to win every play. Every play matters.